Most people think the first time you go to court after an arrest is when everything gets decided. Guilty or not guilty, jail or freedom. But that's not what actually happens. In fact, your first court appearance is not about proving your case at all. It's about something much more basic, but just as important. And if you don't understand what's happening in that courtroom, the entire rest of your case can be affected before it even really begins. So, what actually happens during that first appearance? And why does it matter so much? Let's break it down step by step. Welcome back to Step by Step Explained, where we break down legal and real-world systems in a way anyone can understand. No background in law required. Today, we're walking through exactly what happens at your first court appearance after an arrest, often called an initial appearance or arraignment, depending on the state. Your first court appearance is usually scheduled very quickly after an arrest, often within 24 to 72 hours if you're in custody. But the purpose isn't to determine guilt. Instead, this hearing exists for three main reasons. First, the court officially informs you of the charges against you. Second, the judge ensures that your constitutional rights are being protected. And third, the court decides what happens to you while your case is pending. Meaning, do you stay in jail or are you allowed to go home? At this stage, the system is not trying to resolve your case. It's just setting the foundation for everything that comes next. And that's why this moment matters more than most people realize. When your name is called, you'll be brought into the courtroom, often in custody if you were arrested. The judge is already seated and several key people may be present. A prosecutor who represents the government's case against you. A defense attorney either hired by you or appointed by the court, and sometimes a bailiff or court officer who maintains security. The judge will first confirm your identity, your name, sometimes your date of birth. Then the charges against you are formally read into the record. This is the moment where many people realize something important. Even though you may have been arrested earlier, this is the first time the court officially states the legal accusations against you in a formal setting. Next, the judge will usually explain your basic rights. This includes your right to remain silent, your right to an attorney, and your right to a fair trial. If you cannot afford a lawyer, the court may appoint one for you, usually a public defender. This step is important because the court is making sure you understand the legal process you are now part of. And even though it may feel procedural or routine, these rights are what protect you throughout the entire case. Without them, the rest of the process cannot move forward legally. One of the most important parts of the first appearance is the bail decision. This is where the judge decides whether you will be released without paying anything, be released on bail, a financial guarantee, or remain in custody until your next court date. The judge considers several factors: the seriousness of the charge, your criminal history, if any, whether you're considered a flight risk, and whether you might pose a danger to the community. In some cases, bail is set as a specific dollar amount. In others, the judge may release you on your own recognizance, meaning you promise to return to court without paying money up front. But here's something many people misunderstand. Bail is not a punishment. It's not about guilt or innocence. It's simply a tool to ensure you return to court. And depending on your situation, this decision can dramatically change what happens next in your daily life while your case is pending. In some courts, especially during arraignment, you may be asked to enter a plea. There are usually three options: guilty, not guilty, no contest. However, in many cases, especially at the very first appearance, your attorney will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Why? Because at this stage, the defense has not yet seen all the evidence. This is not the moment to argue your case. It is simply the moment to officially start the legal process, moving forward. A not guilty plea keeps all your legal options open. One of the biggest misconceptions about the first court appearance is what does not happen. There is no trial. No witnesses are cross-examined. No evidence is presented in detail. And no final decision about guilt is made. Instead, this hearing is purely procedural. It is the legal starting point, not the conclusion. Many people leave this hearing expecting answers, but what they actually get is a roadmap for what comes next. After your first appearance, several things begin to happen behind the scenes. Your attorney starts reviewing the evidence. The prosecution prepares its case file. Future court dates are scheduled, such as pretrial hearings or motion hearings. If you are granted bail, you may be released and return home while the case continues. If not, you may remain in custody until another decision is made. From this point forward, the case becomes a series of steps rather than a single event, and each step builds toward either a plea agreement or a trial. Even though the first court appearance is brief, it sets the tone for everything that follows. Bail decisions affect your freedom. Early legal representation can shape the entire defense strategy, and procedural mistakes at this stage can impact later outcomes. This is why having a clear understanding of what is happening in that courtroom is so important. Because even though it feels fast, this is the moment where your case officially begins moving through the justice system. So to recap, your first court appearance is not a trial. It is not where guilt is decided. Instead, it's where the court formally tells you the charges, explains your rights, decides whether you stay in jail or go home, and sets the stage for everything that comes next. It's procedural, but it's also foundational. Because every major decision in your case starts from what happens in this first hearing. If you want to understand more step-by-step breakdowns of how the legal system actually works, from arrest to trial to sentencing, make sure to subscribe to Step by Step Explained. And in our next video, we'll break down exactly what happens after bail is set, and why some people still end up in custody even after being granted release. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.